You know what I'm saying? We got my man DNA who did a great job today in the commentary. Salute to that. And DNA, we were just talking about some of the takes you had. You do the media thing, so we have some bad takes. The Fonz greatest punch all take. You did that. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking about if Geechi beats Mook, somebody got to come off Mount Rushmore, and we didn't agree with it because we felt like Mount Rushmore's foundational. You know what I'm saying? So we here. What up, champ?
Salute to DNA. Y'all go get the album.
Facts.
What up? What up? What up? What's the word?
Hey man, Geechi Gotti and Mook, man, was it on your bingo card how this played out? We didn't see this coming, right?
Nah, go look at my predictions, bro. Yeah, just cause they all on the internet. My nigga, my IQ, I study battle rap, my nigga. Like I don't just do it. Like I told people this would happen. Niggas be thinking I'm bugging, but there's always December 11th for the other thing I said too.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I spin the block. I don't go in hiding. So niggas think everybody thinks I'm crazy until it happens. So yeah.
What do you think of Murder Mook's performance today? And how different was it from what he was seeing on Iron and Reed and
I
Lux?
mean, I put it to you like this, right? So I learned this with Eminem. Like Eminem, in terms of the Slim Shady, the Marshall Mathers LP, even up into Curtain Call, right? Everybody felt like Eminem was, on the highest level in those time periods. So there's like, he's creating the best amount of music, high lyricism at that time. But when you're an artist that reaches like the pinnacle of what people get, you find yourself challenging yourself, and then you and do uh the basic and logistic, like the things that you used to do, because you feel like you evolved and past that. So I always knew Murder Mook was capable of this. I just didn't know if he'll conform. You know what I mean? It's like Lux going back to the gray hoodie. All trolling aside, like Lux can do that at any given
Mm.
moment. But he feels like in life and in his material, he's elevated so much, he's gonna continue to give people what he's been giving them. So it's all about digestible raps. Like Mook is smart enough to know when he had to switch it. And right now, since people were bombing him so much, it's like if he would have came in there rhyming like Iron Solomon and you know, A Verb and all them other battles, people would have wrote him off. So he knew when to change it, like, and who to change it against, which is now. And then you still got people complaining because now they want him to be complex, but that's battle rap. But he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, you can scroll up to the jumbotron. I had to keep the same energy DNA, right? They ran down on me. All the Harlem surrounded me. They forced me to buy a hat. I had to take a picture. I had to say sorry. It is what it is, man. We can't go back to what Mook's done and discredit him for not being able to do it on the stage, and then he does it, and people still try to find something to take away from it. He did something today that shows that he was listening to the feedback, the criticism, and adjusted. And not only adjusted, but didn't overthink it so much because this was similar to me, like his rock material, which I've always said that material probably materializes on the stage well. So
Yeah. As far as the Mount Rushmore thing, I
yeah,
I think we got to get a different name, because I don't like Mount Rushmore because it puts everybody in the mindset of that it can't be changed, and I feel like it can be, because it's like I get Mook stance like impact and all that, and I feel like skill set just doesn't go into Mount Rushmore, but those presidents were not presidents again. So once they solidify what they solidified, it's done. They're not writing any more history. So
mm,
it's like if you have
For
some.
me, the Mount Rushmore for me is more for like pioneers, the foundational forefathers. Like I feel like because this is a subjective sport, everybody might have a different Mount Rushmore, but overall, you probably gonna see the same names. I feel like for people like a Geechi or some of the newer people that's fire, I feel like, that's when we need to do like a Hall of Fame induction, one or two rappers a year or a first or second team type of thing. Cause for me, if you didn't build it, I can't really take a motherfucker off who did to put you there.
yeah, like Geechee has an career, and no doubt, like if there was a battle rap Hall of Fame, he's in there. But if you do it like in order, is he in there before Mook, Lux, Rex, Clips, DNA, Shine? You know what I'm saying? Iron Solomon, Destroyer.
Disaster.
Maybe not. He's not going in there before it. The
Yeah,
Earth
but
Arsenal,
but
Hitman.
what I'm trying to say is this, right? So if we going off of that pioneer standpoint, then Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, J Mills, Sirius Jones. Let's just use that, right?
Okay.
Let's say those are the four.
Can we use
But then
somebody?
I come.
Chris Jones? Can we use like? Can we say somebody else?
No, I'm just saying people that are founding fathers. Sirius Jones. I mean, I don't know, what you got going on with him, but he is a founder of a whole style of battle rap.
Yeah, this is just there's more founders to list. That's all.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm not like you're doing the battle rap thing. I'm doing just a plain analogy and then giving
Nah, I
my
feel you.
the
I feel you.
point that I'm making. The
Yeah.
point that I'm making is those are four pioneers that's there before DNA. When DNA comes through, the work I put in, I pioneered a whole new different tier of battle rap and multiple things. I can knock one of them off. So that is possible. And they were around before me. But at the end of the day, I can name three people on there that I just said that did not do more for the culture than me, in it and out of it. So what you're saying is, I'm not saying it happens frequently. No, somebody that comes in after somebody, it's not frequent that they can knock somebody off that's been there before. But we can't act like it's not possible either. Michael Jordan came in the league 50 some odd, 40 some years after Wilt Chamberlain, and he knocked him off.
Hmm.
So that's the point I was making. Now, is it an argument? Can Geechi do that? I mean, a lot of people will argue no, but I'm just saying like it's possible because it's all about what did you pioneer and how big is your impact.
That's a fact, man. Let me ask you this, champ. Who do you think had performance of the night tonight?
Jazz.
That's
Who's
a fact.
who's second? Would you put Mook or Slade second?
It's tough. Cause Kid Slade material wise, it might have been a little better,
Yeah.
but just the story, the doubt, the nostalgia, the name, the the landslide, no pun intended, of how niggas felt Mook lost. You have to put Mook 2 and then Slade 3.
There you
In
have.
my
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. I'm not mad at that order at all. That's how we'll have it probably as well. It was good. It was a good event, man. It's a good event.
No, I wouldn't say all that, but yeah.
Damn.
Can I? I mean, it was good to be back in Urban Plaza for
You
sure,
know,
but
I forgot Urban Plaza had like no seats. It's been so long. I'm like, wait, hold on. Why we love it here so much?
yeah, but what I'm saying when I say good event, I mean good things happen, but I'm saying like a lot of battles, in my opinion, anyway, were like they weren't close. So you know,
Right, right, right.
like I don't think we had one battle of the night. Like I mean, we can pick a battle that we say, but I think everything was like even not good at all, or like it was super clear cut. One person was dominating.
Let's take some questions from the people, man. Sway, you got your hand. Urban, you go next.
Uh, I have two questions. My first one is, I think in regards to what DNA was talking about Mount Rushmore, I kind of get where he's coming from. I don't think you can beat a nigga and it knocks him off, like how people are saying about Mook and Geechi. But I get what he's saying with like when Mook and Rex and Lux and all of them were battling, there wasn't that much of a gap between the time then at the DVD era and when URL came out. So when DNA and Arsenal and people like that are coming in just like a few years after them, this from '09 to 2022, they
Mhm.
have pioneered so much for battle rap themselves, from making it global and Arsenal going and battling Shoddy Horror over there and making it international. DNA kind of resurrecting 2-on-2s, shit like that, just even bringing it to ESPN. What Hitman's doing with bringing it to TV, I feel like shit like that is pioneering battle rap and helping it grow and expand to plateaus that people in the DVD era never could have done. So I feel like I can understand how people can think that you can take one of the original pioneers off and put somebody else on because the work they've done in the past 12 years kind of supersedes what somebody else did in the 2000s. So I get that. But I was going to ask DNA, do you feel like this is the most savage and biased the New York crowd has been? Because I've been sticking my neck out for Urban Plaza and saying, like, they usually keep it a buck. They're biased. I done seen New Yorkers get their ass up in Urban Plaza. They're kind of receptive to up and coming talent and out of towners. But tonight, I feel like they just wasn't having it at all.
Um, I mean, that's tough for me to say because I feel like also the people that was going against New Yorkers wasn't on their A game either. I mean, that's a given. Like you're not about to have a superstar night in Madison Square Garden unless you doing what Reggie Miller did. Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to drop
Right.
40 in the Garden. So I don't think nobody that went against nobody from New York tonight was dropping 40. They may have put up like 15 or 20, but that's anywhere you go.
But do you feel like I feel like Vixen had good material, but they wasn't trying to give her a fair shake. Granted, Jazz went first, so that's kind of hard to match. And even Geechi, I feel like when Geechi knew they wasn't fucking with him as much as they was fucking with Mook, it kind of got to him at some point. But both of those people had really good material, and it was just like you gonna have to earn it in here extra hard tonight. Like
I mean, I agree. Yeah, it's been 5 years since they've been there, so of course they're gonna want New York to win. But like in the Vixen and Jazz case, I was saying this when I was analyzing it with Jay Black. Like I like people, it's like when you hear music, certain people just go off of yo. I like this music because of the vibe or the beat, but then they not actually looking at the science. And I mean, no pun intended from Cassidy, but like it is a science to everything on why things are actually happening. Like the difference with Jazz and Vixen just came from speed and like the material. Like Jazz is putting you on a roller coaster. So she's laughing, she's joking, then she's rapping fast, then she's rapping slow, then she's serious, then she's playing, then she's angling, then she's scheming, then she's punching, then she's performing. And Vixen is just that one speed. And that one speed is good, but you're not gonna be able to dominate with somebody that's hitting multiple different pockets. That's what, in my opinion, watching it, that's what happened. Like Vixen never had that part. Like even when she was bringing up things, she wasn't doing it in a way where it's engaging to the crowd. Like, you know what I mean? Jazz is bringing everybody, making them feel a part of it. Like people always got to remember that's a show. Like even with Geechi and Mook, like Geechi was saying a lot of hot shit, but what one thing that I said going into it was once you're a professional at something, you're gonna do it on a high level because that's what you do. But at Irving Plaza, I was like, eventually, for certain individuals, that New York crowd being there is gonna kick in if you never did it before. And I feel like now, if those two individuals came back to New York, the material would be a lot better because they'll see it's a show. You know what I mean? Like when you watch Mook say "Welcome to the party" and all that shit on camera at home, it's probably whack. But when you're in the building, it's a show. You gotta remember, like, you have to control the crowd. So it's like I've seen Geechee control that shit a million times better than tonight. I feel like tonight, and this is what I also tell people too, like, it's very hard to beat me because I'm self-aware. And I use myself as an example because I get a lot of love and I get a lot of hate. I feel like Geechee went in the battle like Mookie's gonna come here, be drawn out. I'm gonna get New York on my side. They're gonna fuck with me. I'm gonna body this nigga in New York. And then when the battle doesn't go like that, and you ain't playing for the other outcome, you're not ready for that. You gotta plan for everything because anything can happen in a battle. You know what I mean? And you could think the shit the nigga spitting whack, but if he got the crowd, you gonna have to know how to get that motherfucker away from him, or you just not. It's just not gonna look like it's your night. So I feel like a lot of that happened too. Like Vixen probably thought like I've been wilding so much, Jazz don't come outside like that. This shit I've been doing everywhere else is working. I got it. And then it's like this is Urban Plaza. It's a little different. But I don't feel like New York was biased. I feel like if niggas wilded out on New York niggas, it would have been yo. I wanted to go for Jazz and Mook, but they got wild on. I just don't think nobody was wilding on nobody from New York today.
I agree with a lot of your points, DNA. I see where you're coming from too, though, Sway. Like, I keep hearing like it really wasn't a battle of the night, and I feel like in the case of Jazz and Vixen battle, the crowd lack of participation on Vixen's side when she was fired is a part of the reason that people are actually saying that, because I think that they had a really good back and forth. I just think Jazz showed some levels. So to me, it was the battle of the night. So I feel like Vixen was fired and that crowd was not rocking with her.
that's all I meant. Like I think had this battle went down in Houston, we could have had a classic, or we could have had a battle of the night. But Jazz, I did say on Twitter, like Jazz hit all cylinders. She had humor, she had aggression, she had punching, angling, performance, pacing. Like she just outclassed her in every way possible. But Vixen had some shit. I just feel like they just chose not to fuck with her that night or tonight.
All right, man. We got Herban Legend with his hand. Go ahead, Herban. And then we'll go to Wasalu. Herbert.
So my question to DNA would be: you had Mook winning in your predictions, and I'm pretty sure you got Mook winning now, right?
Yeah.
So do you have him? My question, I got basically a two-part question. First, do you have him beating him 2-1 or 3-0 in the building?
In the building, I had the 2-1. I gave Geechi the second.
Okay, even with the choke in the second, you gave him the second.
Yeah, because I felt like it wasn't like a super evident bad choke. It was just more like of a nasty slip up, and then I feel like he was hitting the most points in that round, and Mook kind of started that round off dry.
Okay, fair enough. All right, that's fine. My real question is, what do you feel
Uh,
like? I mean, Mook is still Mook. We already know that, but with this win, basically, and until it come out on cam, with this win, what do you think that does for him going forward? Like, do you think he should be outside more, and do you think that pushes his like legend up more, any more than it already was? Being that he beat somebody, he beat Rock that was, I guess, in y'all era, and then he beat a nigga that's after y'all era, technically on his resume, and he clearly ain't took an L. So, what do you think that places him now?
I feel like he was already placed where he's going to be placed. I feel like it's a such thing as creating a new legacy or tarnishing it. I feel like tonight's performance created a new something that added on to the legacy. Like, you know what I mean? That's like Jordan is still around after all these some odd years when they said after the championships, oh, you can't shoot threes. Then he started making them, or you know what I mean? You can't hit free throws, started making them, or you don't pass. Like, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, we know what you did. You went crazy in the past. You the founding father, probably the reason why we even get paid like we do now. But the one thing you haven't done is rock a big stage. So tonight, after doing that, I think it solidifies. I mean, if you ask me, I think all of these people should come outside more because they'll be that more dangerous. Like, like I picked Mook in the prediction because I understand how battle rap works. And it's like so many people go against it. You know what I mean? Like every time I see Easy, shout out to him. You know what I mean? Unless he knows something I don't, I tell him like, yo, it's gonna be a time when they turn on you. That's when you're gonna see what you really made of. Oh, nah, they're never gonna turn on me. And it's like I like the I mean, being optimistic, I like it, but that's just the reality of battle rap. So when I'm going into the battle with Mook, I'm saying, okay, if this battle happened 2 years ago, it's no way Mook beats Geechi. But right now, people have got tired of Geechi. Even though he's still fire, he's still going crazy. But this is just how the culture is. Okay, we seen him. Now we got a new champion to cheer on. Easy. So now that's one thing, right? That's why I picked Mook. Also, I picked Mook because in battle rap, people drift off. Like I love the "What have you done for me lately," but the "What have you done for me lately" also creates amnesia because it's like a nigga have one bad game and then you niggas will erase everything they ever did, and then this nigga just you'll be talking like we'll be speaking on Mook like he's from the fucking Crucibles. And that's just the reality of it. And then everybody gets behind it. And then y'all create all of this. There's no way in hell he could do it. And y'all really set the person up to succeed. Because now in your mind, you gave yourself such a low expectation when they do a little bit above or more than above what you expected, they automatically won because you already put it in your mind that they couldn't. So I'm telling y'all this because that shit happens with me. It's always y'all niggas have seen me beat all type of people. It'll be easy right now, right? You announce it, there's no way DNA could be easy. And people would think it bothers me, but I love it because it's like y'all don't even understand. Y'all are mind manipulating it for me to beat him. Because now you're gonna say it's no way. Then when I do it, oh man, he did it again. So that's what happened. It's like if you ever watch any blog, it wouldn't matter how many times Mook stunk it up. I'm a battle rapper, so I listen to what a nigga's saying. He says something every battle. Now, does he say it in the most exciting way? No. Does he perform it in the most exciting way? No, but I'm not gonna take away that this nigga's not talented and that if he talks to the right person or has the right talk with himself, he won't be dangerous. And that's what the culture doesn't do. They don't factor in how long somebody's been there, what quality of talent we're talking about. So we're always gonna have these situations. And then it's gonna be, oh my God, he did the impossible, but it really wasn't impossible.
Now, two things I want to highlight, man. One, the expectation curve is a real thing, and I just kind of want people to openly admit it because they put this whole idea of like somebody can't do something and everything is an any given day Sunday with battle rap. It's so unpredictable that anything can happen. Everybody's professionals. Like you see upsets all the time. Like we've had like 6, 7 tournaments over the pandemic to now, and we've seen nothing but upsets in every single tournament. So I don't know why we have this closed mind that somebody can't do something. But in the same token with Mook, I do think prior to today, like his sample size on a big stage was I think if you were skeptical in his opportunities, like I think it was fair to be skeptical of it, you know. And his same like interviews and in the press conference, he had the exact same responses he had in the Reed Dollars battle. So like it gave you like, oh man, is I think he knows he needs to change, but will he change?
Nah, but you know what I'm saying though, Francis? Yes, everybody has a reason to doubt because Geechi put in way more work than him in the last 6 years. You know what
Facts.
I mean? So of course you could pick Geechi to win. I'm saying the stretch
Yeah.
of it's impossible.
Right, right. That the narrow
And
minded.
that if it was just simply Geechi Gotti's gonna win because he's more consistent and current, my prediction would have been different because I'm like, who knows what the outcome could be. But when the outcome is such a far stretch, and I'm like, okay, this person is smart enough to know that you do have to adjust. You can't sit up there on an urban plaza and tell 24 bar stories. I think you're smart enough to know that. I'm like, all right, I know what's gonna happen. Like that's why I get my predictions right. It's not like I'm some fucking. I mean, I am a genius, but that's another story for
But
another day.
let me big
Now
you up.
I'm trolling you, France. But I'm saying like
No, but
it's
let's correct.
all like the writings is on the wall for people to figure out how this shit is gonna go. That's why I say it's wrestling.
You're right though, and let me big you up on this because a great example. We're going down memory lane. When you were battling Mickey Facts, everybody's like, he's battling Mickey in a small room, a pure rapper in a small room against DNA. Like DNA has no chance, and then what you do in a small room, you out rap them.
Yeah, but you want to know what that is? But that's what I'm trying to say. Of like, know the cow. Like this is what I'm saying, right? I've been battling since, and I always use myself as an example. Not on no narcissistic shit, but I don't like to speak for other people. So my storyline is I'm always doubted and the underdog in the culture. And my whole thing is I get it. I don't do like you know what I mean. I'm more so like a you know what I mean, like fighting wise. If we talking boxing, I'm not Mike Tyson. I'm Mayweather. Like Mayweather has mad nasty fights, but he wins because he knows what he's doing technically.
You got a lot of good
So
ones too. But I feel you.
so huh?
So you got a lot of good ones too. But I know.
Yeah. But what I'm saying with that is that like one thing I would say like you're dumb to do it now. At this point in my career, you should never say I can't do anything because I've done it all. So it's like in a Mickey battle, that's what I mean about potential. Nobody ever seen me write with a high pen, but that's because most events were happening at Urban Plaza,
Yeah.
where you're not gonna be able to digest over the head shit. But it's like if you really study battle rap, you would see my Tay Rock material at that time was high level pen writing shit, and that's why I got booed.
Mm.
So if you really study, you can see, okay, DNA can do this. Can he tap into it like that? That's what I'm saying with Mook. I've seen flashes or shit from Mook that says, okay, if you really get a gist of this, you'll know how to work the stage. And like I said, right? So because the expectation level was so low, this one,
Yeah,
it worked. But the next one, he has to work twice as hard because now it's out the window.
that's a fact.
And I'll give you a better scenario, right? Battle rap is so fickle and crazy. If it was easy instead of Mook, I mean, if it was easy instead of Geechi versus Mook tonight, I would have had Easy winning. Because right now they wouldn't have let Easy lose to Mook. That's
Mm,
how it goes. In New York, Easy would have won.
damn.
Without hearing the reps. It's just
With that Mook
I don't think
performance,
Easy would have
with that
stumbled
Mook
for two whole
performance,
rounds. Like I don't
watch
think
this
he's.
though. With the trajectory that Easy is on, right now they haven't got to the point of hating Easy. And if I'll tell you something so crazy, if Easy battled Clips right now, he would lose because Clips is the guy that's gonna bring it full circle and laugh. And Clips is likable. Clips is in the culture. He's funny. He's hanging out. He's taking pictures with people's moms. So they're gonna let Clips be Easy right now. But Mook, no, Easy would have won.
Shit, man. Have it, man. There you have it. We getting news from a legend in the building, man. Any other questions for man DNA, man? By the way, DNA, great job with the face-offs and the commentary. Man, you do a fantastic job with this.
Nah, no doubt. Good looking, bro. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I just have one request. Can someone please tell Smack what Kootnoot means? Like he needs to stop introducing Swamp. That's Kootnoot. Like immediately.
Yo,
I I think he's trying to get
Smack
back.
does what he wants, man.
I don't think he's saying swamp is Kutnu. I think he's just saying this is his catchphrase.
Nah, bro, he's calling him Kutnu, dude.
And my brother Coon knew.
That's hilarious. Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Uh, DNA. Do you think Easy should only, because it feels like for the past year he's only taken top tiers. Do you think he should kind of stay at that realm and just kind of take legends and top tiers moving forward?
Yeah, Easy should just stay the fuck away from me. That's what Easy should do. He's doing great right now. Nah, all jokes aside, nah. Where Easy's at in his career, yeah. Why would you go back? You know what I mean? When you got DNA ready to battle you, John, Shotgun Shug, Charlie Clips. You know what I mean? Like the nigga smart. He's playing chess, not checking. So nah,
Well, the
you know,
people in his class think that he's ducking smoke from people like Swamp and stuff like that, Kid Slade, because they think, well, from what they say, that you guys are easier to beat up on and that they have more hunger and they're the harder fight. And they feel like Easy's getting easier plays battling legends past their prime.
I mean, listen, man. As long as Easy stay away from me, he might be alright, man. Nah, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. But no, to answer that question for real, I mean, it depends on what vet you taking and what new nigga you taking. Easy could battle a bunch of new niggas that really don't know what to do that he's doing, and that could be easy. So it's like, I don't think any fight Easy has been easy. I just think he's been knowing what to do to get out of it. Like I'm not gonna discredit him either. Going against Goods, I don't think that shit is easy at all. Like, cause it's not just raps; it's a whole presentation you got to deal with. Going against Calico ain't easy. Going against Rex ain't easy. Going against K-Shine isn't easy. Who else? Danny Myers, Averb. Like, nah, none of them battles is easy. I mean, I get they more smoke, and he should though. Like I feel like when it's all said and done, I go down as, you know what I mean, one of the greatest battle rappers, if not the greatest, because I'm gonna take everybody while I'm here. Because when I'm not doing it no more, I'm not battling nobody. But while I'm here, if you making noise, I don't care about the ranking and all of that. Like that's the political part. Like, and especially now, like back in the day, just to give y'all a gem, who you battled used to determine your price. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why niggas only wanted to battle, certain niggas that would generate that price because they were going off for ticket sales in the door. Y'all watch these battles now, it'd be rare when they actually sell tickets. So that lets you know where the money's at. So the moment that happened, it's like, nigga, you gonna give me this for Hollow, and what, you might shave off what, 3,000 for Kid Chaos? Any one of you niggas can get it. Let's go.
So during your analysis of Jazz and Vixen, you said you thought Jazz won because she had more substance and Vixen was just kind of rapping. Do you feel like Mook was similar to Jazz in which he had kind of more relevant substance within the Biggie thing, which connects NY to LA, or the Welcome to the Party thing, whereas Geechi was just kind of rapping?
All right, so when this is the best combination in battle rap, and it's out there. So I'm not telling nobody a secret. But the best combination in battle rap is when you're able to rap rapidly at a fast pace, get to your point quick, but be talking about shit while you're getting to it. So no, I don't want to hear a 24 bar scheme about Biggie and Tupac. But if you can talk about that and sum it up in 6 bars, and I'll get your point, crazy. Now in your next 6 bars, you got another topic, and in your next six, you got another topic. That's always gonna beat somebody that got random ill lines because your lines hold more value. Now this is not just a random story. This has substance behind it, and on top of that, it's being done at a fast rate. Now when you draw it out, then somebody that is talking about, you know what I mean, anything can beat it because it's like I want to hear that quicker. Like, let's just be honest. We're in a social media world. Everybody's attention span is short. You can't even talk to somebody for 5 minutes without them looking at their phone unless it's interesting. So that should tell you how to prepare for a battle. I mean, like, get to the point.
There you have it, man. Any other questions for DNA, y'all? While we still got him here. I
Yeah,
appreciate you pulling up, DNA. I know you don't really like the spaces like that. You know what I'm saying?
right. You know, but I know in here it wasn't gonna be. You know what I mean? You know, I don't do the hectic shit.
And what's crazy is you pulled up right where we were talking about you. So
No, that's because when I'm telling you I'm one Francis because of that. Some told me, yo, Francis in there disagreeing with some shit I'm saying, man. Let me pull up, man.
Look,
hey,
man.
and
Now,
That's that airy shit.
yeah.
from me always, my guy.
Nah, it's love. It's love.
Yeah.
DNA, where can I get the album?
On my website.